H.P. Lovecraft's uncanny stories are making a decided hit, it seems. We continue to get letters praising Dagon, and we wonder what the reaction will be on his Picture in the House, which, in our opinion, is a much better piece of work. Clement Wood of Hastings-on-Hudson says that Dagon was sustained and excellent to the end, while P.J. Campbell of Ridge Farm, Illinois, declares the same story is a little masterpiece of its kind, and others have written in similar vein. After reading them, we feel impelled to show you this letter from the author. My dear Baird, I was exceedingly pleased with the appearance of Dagon, which seems virtually free from misprints, and which has a particularly excellent illustration. You can't imagine how relieved I was to see that drawing, for there is always such danger of a hasty sketch which either literally or subtly belies the text, or perhaps cheapens the whole thing by poor style or technique. The Dagon illustration delighted me, for not only is it very good, but it carries out the conception of the story as though projected out of my own imagination. Thanks too for the favorable send-off in the Erie. I hope, though, that Messrs. Starrett and Sterling won't start gunning for me because of the allusions I made in those letters. It so happens that I have particular respect for both of these gentlemen in their respective provinces. Starrett is practically the American introducer of my reverent idol Macon, whilst Sterling upholds almost single-handed the sane tradition in American poetry. Assuming that your readers don't hand me a raz, which discourages further contributions, I am sending along a third story to follow the P in the H. This is one of those you had before in single-spaced form, now neatly retyped by a gifted young man whose acquaintance I have lately made, and who tells me he has had considerable correspondence with you. I haven't fully read the October Weird Tales, but I think it's going to prove a very attractive issue, judging from The Phantom Farmhouse by Seabury Quinn, which I liked exceedingly. There's a maturity to this tale which seems annoyingly absent from much popular magazine fiction. I like the idea of reprinting old weird classics. It is surprising to discover how many persons have failed to read certain noted standbys. I have many such lacuna. For example, I have never read F. Marion Crawford's Upper Berth, which you are about to use, much to my gratification. Every once in a while, I discover some weird masterpiece by an author either wholly unknown or unknown in America, which I wish could be popularized. Just now, I am enthusiastic about a tale called The House of Sounds by M. P. Shiel, which occurs in a book of short stories named after the first one, The Pale Ape, published by T. Verner Laurie, Clifford's Inn, London. It is the most haunting thing I have read in a decade, a creeping horror and menace trickling down the centuries on a subarctic island off the coast of Norway, where, amidst the sweep of demon winds and the ceaseless din of hellish waves and cataracts, a vengeful dead man builds a brazen tower of terror. It is vaguely like, yet infinitely unlike, the fall of the House of Usher. I wish there were a way of getting republication rights from the publisher, for it would surely be a sensation in weird tales.